As noble citizens, we must bypass a life of dormancy and vice to pursue the generative endeavor of a hard day's work. The benefits of these pursuits are not secured by chance or charity, but through the merit of your character and the firmness of your convictions. It is you who are planting the seeds of trees whose shade you know you shall never see.
All right. Welcome. Thank you for listening. This is the Broken Wind Podcast. This is your boy, Butler, and my co-host, Vane.
What's up?
The name of this podcast is a fart joke. Yup!
There it is.
Yup. And we're not here, that's the clue for you, we're not here to take things too seriously. We want to have some fun, but there is a lot of serious shit going on in the world, and we're well aware, and that's also why we're here, because we look around at the current media landscape, and I'll tell you, a lot of it doesn't amount to just a bunch of hot air, am I right? You hear a lot of
just a bunch of hot air.
Bunch of fucking farts coming out of these fucking people. MSNBC, CNN, they're all fucking cowards, even worse than they've ever been.
And the media is fragmented. It might as well be some broken wind.
Right. And I figured we should just talk about, why are we doing the show? What's it about? What's the goal here? I think I'm going to go first. So we felt kind of like we had to do this show because, one, we both, as young professionals, have to spend a lot of time pretending to be someone we're not. And I think that's a very common experience for a lot of people in the world who maybe don't identify with the, endless hustle grind mindset that we're forced into in American culture. And so we're here to question the authority that rules over all of us right now, the fascist Trump administration. We're here to question the media that are incredibly yellow-bellied and cowardly at this point in most of the mainstream media, and that's not a new phenomenon, but it's worse than ever. We're not here to do journalism necessarily because, again, we're trying to keep it light. We're trying to have fun. We're trying not to get sued. And ultimately, we want to...
I hear if we say allegedly, we'll get sued less. And also if we say we're entertainment, which is something that I've been explicitly told has worked numerous times on behalf of Fox News. So we figure we might as well give it a try.
Right, exactly. We are entertainers, here to entertain, and that's why we will be asking for your money frequently, but we will not be asking for your input on the content of the show. We're doing this for us. We're doing this to create a space where we are able to not have to pretend to be someone we're not, because that's the corrosive factor of fascism that brings so many people to an existence where even if they oppose fascism in their internal life, that their day-to-day activities are basically enabling it. That's an unfortunately really common experience, and we're going to be applying historical materialism and speaking about dialectical thinking, which is code for Marxism, if you didn't know. But those things are really powerful heuristics for understanding history, because I think a lot of young people, too, get taught about history in this way that seems impossible and inscrutable. And it's actually really not that complicated at all. It's a constant struggle between the haves and the have-nots. All of history is class struggle. That is some real shit. And we're also going to be asking for your money a lot because the USAID rep has been ghosting me. Have you been able to get in touch with him, Vane?
No, he just left us on hold, and we were about to cinch that $1 million deal.
Yeah, he said, do you guys want $1 million for your podcast? We're like, hell yeah, and now nothing. So
radio silence. Unbelievable.
Bullshit. Yeah, really unprofessional, and we're going to need your money because, like I said, we are young professionals. We're not just trying to build a media career out of this, but obviously that's a part of it, and we can't do it alone, and we want to be able to produce as much content as possible for you. And so, do you have anything else you want to add there, Vane?
Yeah, I think the reason why we do the podcast is because history and politics has really connected for us, and we understand not everybody is like that, but at a time like this, it's really important to understand the world in all of its complexity and to be able to simplify that.
Well, and in all seriousness, I think that's something we've both talked about a lot. That is very true. That like, and I hear this from people all the time when you're trying to talk to them about history. I was just talking with a friend about this who was saying like, when she's always learned about history, it's like she's always been able to retain facts about like the material world and like the scientific understanding of the world very well. She's always been good at retaining that kind of stuff, but whenever she's been learning about history or studying history or taught about history, it never sticks the same way. And I remember feeling the exact same way for so long because removed from historical materialism, history doesn't make any sense. Like it is literally like a nightmare of where it's like things just seem to happen and they're horrible all the time, and that leaves people with this.
That's a great point,
right? Like that leaves people with this perception of history that it is inscrutable and endlessly complicated, and you're completely unable to discern really the truth because you're unable to discern the motives of the people who leave these records behind that are all we have of some historical periods. And it's like, oh no, actually you can. Like that's at a certain point, like you kind of can understand their motives, and that can give you a huge insight into why things were the way they were, you know?
Right. Yeah, when it comes to someone like Elon, you don't have to trust him at his word with what he's saying. Like when he says, I'm being transparent about Doge, it's like you don't have to just believe him because he said, I'm being transparent.
Right.
You can actually understand his material interests and how he continues to operate in his material interests over and over and over again, despite whatever he says.
Right.
And he may say something quite different from what he does, but he predictably acts according to his interests every time, as do the capitalist class. Like that's why Trump got elected, is their greed is predictable and can't be stopped, essentially. When they have the opportunity to gain the House, the Senate, and the judiciary and the executive, they're going to do it. Nothing is going to stop them from achieving what they really wanted to do.
Yeah. Or to take it back to like a more inscrutable time in history, I think a lot about Egypt and the pyramids and how in the modern world, when we look at that, it's like this monument to human like ingenuity and accomplishment. But when you apply a little bit of historical materialism and sort of take yourself back there and imagine what it's like, there was certainly a period where society coalesced around the idea that like the pharaoh was a god, and thus we must, you know, put all of our resources into building this monumental tomb to this god. And that was a fine way to organize society, and it led to advancements in science and technology. But then you keep iterating that process over enough time and it becomes absurd. And in times of famine, in times of where you don't have enough to go around, then the like you end up with like millions of people looking at this decrepit pharaoh being like, what the are we doing? We're all slaves to build this dumb bullshit. And it's why literature is so important too, because people live in this world where they think that like everything is so novel, and that like especially like these like self-aggrandizing freaks that we're talking about who think so highly of themselves. Like you read enough literature from different periods in time, and you realize that like everything you've ever felt or experienced before has been felt or experienced by someone else in the past. It's none of it's new. And ultimately that is a very important feeling to connect with. It's like even those people during those ancient Egyptian times building those periods had a moment of being like, these are the assholes who are in charge of us. These are the shits who are dictating the terms of our entire existence and our children's existence. This is ridiculous. This cannot stand. And that is a revolutionary process that is undertaken at that point where people say enough, and either by exterior forces or from within, that order is destroyed because of the weight of its own contradictions. So, got a lot of contradictions accumulating these days, right? So, I mean, do you have anything else you want to add there, Vane?
No, but I do want to add that if you subscribe, you don't get nothing. You get the forbidden courses, and this is a very powerful tool in order to understand the world, to simplify it. You don't have to be the most intelligent person in the world to rise to the top. As we understand, the cream does not always rise to the top. Just look at Elon Musk and Donald Trump. And so the fact of the matter is, You don't really need to be that smart. You don't need to be that hardworking. You don't really need to have a care for the minutia that Butler and I have taken over our lives in order to study the world. You don't need to understand the world to the degree that we have taken in order to simplify it and understand the broader picture. And ultimately, those are the tools you're going to get from subscribing. And what else are you going to get?
You get pictures of our cats. You get in on the crypto coin we're putting together. It's called Rug.
Yeah, it's a retirement plan, which is also, we're going to basically use different ETFs of cryptocurrencies and basically try to hedge multiple of those against one another for the best chance to have a crypto secure retirement.
I was thinking we could bundle a bunch of them together too, and then sell that as its own crypto asset.
Yeah, we're gonna bundle the bundles of crypto assets,
then we'll just
and
keep bundling.
Those might include things like Tua coin. They might include Ivanka coin. They might include
coin.
Melania coin.
There's so many coins.
There's just
these
so
days.
many coins. There's no
amazing.
way you could possibly keep track of all that.
You
and
can't
that's
go
what
wrong.
we're here for, in order to also give you some great investment advice, some very sound crypto advice.
Yeah, and for any
and that's not free. That costs money.
It's very expensive. And for any listeners who may be perhaps a federal agent or Peter Thiel or something like that, we do actually have a tier on the Patreon just for you guys. It's $10,000. The what tier?
The Teal tier.
The Teal tier, it's $10,000 a month, and
that rolls off the tongue, right?
Yeah, it does. You're right, and it's $10,000 a month, and you get all of the really incriminating stuff. You get our home addresses, you get our personal information, where we work. That's what you get in that tier, and like all of our most dangerous and incriminating plans. So sign up for that if you're Peter Thiel or Elon Musk or someone like that.
Oh, also there is the Mormon tier. Don't forget
Mormon
about that.
tier, right?
Half off the Teal tier.
That's the Teal tier, but half off, right? Exactly.
That's like the Romney tier, essentially.
Right, and that's just because we like you guys. Honestly, we like the Mormons. You're nice. You're nice folks.
We have a soft spot.
Yeah, we got a soft spot for Mormons. We do. Even if you got some real wackos in there. And if you are expecting that as a paying member of the audience, you will have a voice in the content of the podcast, no, wrong. Unfortunately, wrong. This is for us. Because something I think about a lot is you are what you pretend to be, so you have to be careful what you pretend to be. This Kurt Vonnegut quote. And I think every young professional of any kind of leftist persuasion, you end up in a lot of situations where you're just having to pretend to be someone you're not. And that is a very corrosive process that's very instrumental in the perpetuating of a fascist society. So that's what we're here to create a space for ourselves and for others that they don't have to do that. So yeah, I think that's it. What, do you got anything you want to add in there, Mr. Vane?
No, I think that's all we got.
Yeah, I think that's pretty good. But yeah, subscribe to the show. And the highest Patreon tier, you can see our cats. So that's cool. And yeah, thank you for listening. And we hope you'll choose to listen to the show some more.
We don't highlight the means, so we settle for them greens. Yeah, I'm high like the trees when I send it to my knees. I don't sway with the breeze, they can't send me to my knees, yeah.